Welcome back to Blue Moon Bay for race 2. Technically round 5 race 2, therefore round 10. Couldn't make that up if I wanted. The sun came up during race 1. We were hoping for some beaming sunshine for this race, but unfortunately the smog has set in. But hopefully we'll get some decent racing with the reverse grid race. Schneider, P10, race 1, therefore P1, race 2 with the 2 Fords behind. So the Alpha Power's got some more obstacles to take place when the lights go out. Adrian Rees alongside Christian Shepherd. Good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon once again.
Away they go. You could see the Alphas try their best, but Schneider with the rear-wheel drive power off the line into the shortcut. Whole shot job done, but let's see if Sophia can let's see if she can maintain that throughout the race as the pack goes through the infield into the off ramp. Here's the surprise left, then the awkward right. Through the feint, underneath the arches into the hairpin. Verts down to 10th with Butcher having a good start, actually, making up a couple of places off the back of the midfield.
Yeah, all the way up to 10th place.
And in 12th, here's the double left we saw earlier.
Whitman has been shuffled down to 12th in all this.
Bit of a surprise considering race 1 and done. Swinton and Butcher as they fight for position, end of lap 1. Schneider still leads, Palou second, Camish third. Oh. Bit of biff and barge almost at the back of the pack there with Camish, Thompson, Gasho, Suarez, Fisichella, Aiello. Words there's Swinton. Oh, 3 wide, there goes Wittmann down the inside. Excellent anticipation. Butcher trying to stay ahead of Wickens, the suspension's bouncing off the inside of the chassis, off that apron onto the speedway, back off the speedway through the infield.
Looks like it was coming back at them there.
Certainly was. E-Day gained a position from 16th. So hopefully he's learnt the lesson from the accident he made in Maggiore. Through the hairpin double wide again. That cloud cover does look questionable. We've checked the weather report, it's not going to rain, but when you see clouds like that, you do worry. You really do worry. What a battle we've got here. Onto the speedway. Nielsen there.
E-Day really on the struggle at the moment to get from the back there. The Ford's now on the inside of him. That being Biffle. And Biffle's passed.
Toyota's crown not being the most athletic of athletes so far. Kobayashi gaining on him in a second-hand Honda nonetheless.
I'd like to go around the outside. That might not quite work out.
If that pays off, that's going to be the move of the season, considering the car that they've got. Did they not? Are you kidding me? Ah, that's a shame. That is such a shame. Obviously, it was almost there. It was almost there, but there's Weber now. Falling back. So we've got polar opposites from the M2s from Munich, the factory effort cars. We've been asking this question all season. Schneider is doing the business now because it was made easy for her through getting 10th in race 1, therefore breathing space into the 4th lap of the second round here. And wow, the sun has come out that quickly. Did not expect to see that at all today. Camish, Thompson, Gasho, there's Suarez. Fisichella still in the sort of position he was in. It was 4th, therefore reversed his 7th. Same with Aiello, but Swinnerton's up to 9th now, trying to battle with Nico Wirtz. Being Wittmann still in 11th, Butcher 12th. Swinnerton wide on the shortcut. You could just see the scrape of the Tech Pro as Swinnerton, well, looked like he hit it, but as you can see the evidence on the side of that car, looks clean as a whistle. Gaining on, whoop, there's a biff from the back of
Gaining on,
Swinnerton's
gaining
Honda.
into.
Absolutely.
Poor old Verts.
That was a nice shot, but in no way made any difference to the racing. 10th is Swinnerton. You could see his interesting line on the. He tried to pull off a late apex into that double left, but it's kind of botched him up for this part of the track where Wittmann could gain, so could Butcher, so could Wickens, so could the elder statesman of touring car racing, Tom Nielsen. There he is. We shall have to see what happens for next season. But right now, power down, blocked by Biffle. Should have made a dive on the shortcut. Bit of a tap there. But the gap gained by Wickens there. So Butcher all the back of Wittmann. The midfield chain, the back marker string.
Wickens down to 13th.
Here goes Butcher down the inside for the hairpin as Wittmann left enough of a gap. But then we got Nielsen down the inside of Wickens. You saw that in the mirror. At least I saw that. There we go. Wittmann down the inside of the double left. This is going to cause a traffic jam for the guys behind on the main straight.
Slightly compromised inside the line, although
both of them, especially her exit.
That's slightly chopped the Alpha's pace, so we'll see if Butcher can.
It's going to be a. Oh, I was hoping to see that side-o by side-o all the way down the front straight, all the way to the shortcut. But here comes. Yeah, Nielsen. Oh,
very unusual for them to. Oh, he's got past right on the straight.
He has Wickens.
Oh, he's going to get shuffled down if he's not careful, Butcher, because here comes his teammate E-Day.
Yeah, I didn't expect his teammate to be so close to Butcher in the last couple of laps, but there we are.
Ah, there you go. Fortunately, Wickens had his nose chopped off there.
And Sophia Schneider still setting the pace, setting the fastest lap. But looking at the track map, traffic jam in the double left, Palou. Okay, maybe not. I wish those dots were a bit smaller. But Thompson, 4th. Slight train there to Gasho Suarez, but Fisichella behind that. So the focus perhaps really would be looking at this towards the end of the race like we were for race 1, perhaps. Swinnerton causing enough of a gap. So the guys from 11th onwards, 19th and 20th back in a battle again, unfortunately for the wooden spoon. And no points. Thompson, Gasho, Suarez. That secondary trio. I think that's going to be like that for the next couple of laps. Once the Fisichella tries to make her way from Ayalo and Verts. Swinnerton paying close attention, but with Wittmann enough of a gap not to concern Swinnerton into any mistake. No need to look in the mirror yet for Swinnerton. I think we might have a train from Thompson through the back, but then again, those dots, those arrows, closer on the map than anticipated. Wittmann in 11th. Swinnerton gaining on Nick Verts, perhaps. It's hard to tell with the straight line speed of the Volkswagen. the handling capabilities, shall we say, of the Mazda, even if it's on a very wide exit of the shortcut into the off ramp and then the surprise left. The uncomfortable right, the awkward right.
Yeah, we make a mention he is taking very different lines to most of the other what you call it, drivers in the pack. Ooh, that's some very late braking.
On the infield, that is definitely the Thompson train in effect as he's going through the double left right now. Late apex again for Swinnerton so we can get the power down and gain right up to the back of the Volkswagen like he did earlier. Vert's taking a defensive line. Did not expect that. That's compromised Vert, so Swinnerton's surely got the power to go around the outside. Okay, never mind. Overlap was compromised by the Volkswagen taking the traditional line. But it looks like of all the power the Volkswagen has, Swinnerton has nothing to roll as far as overtakes are concerned to get ahead of that Volkswagen.
No, but it's
he's got work to do. However, if that's going to be pulled off, never mind. We saw attempts earlier from Kazuki Ide. In fact, no, that was Kobayashi in the secondary Honda.
It was indeed.
The potential is there. It's just,
Surely
I suppose it is 50.
Here.
I suppose it is 50% good luck as well as 50% driving skill. Top three starting to pull away from fourth once again. 11th back on. There's another peloton there. Wittmann ahead of Butcher and Nielsen. They're kind of in a bit of a shuffle. Kobayashi 17th. Weber in what shouldn't be a customary 18th, but these two at the back have had an absolute mare today. I think they're just going to chalk this one up and head back to their factories with their tails between their legs, wondering what they need to do to be a bit more competitive. But when you are privateers, you get what you're given, and they've done well so far. It's just this round perhaps. Schneider now has Palou closer than ever since the start. And Kamish, it's a good position for Kamish, but if Palou's ahead of you, Ford are expecting him to be ahead of Palou. I think that's the message that Ford seem to be giving to the driver from Britain.
Yeah, that could be considered a little disingenuous. As much as Palou has been driving very well, he could be one in a generation talent. Kamish is not a terrible driver on his stretch, as you can see there with third place, but I do think when you put them two together like that, I don't think it necessarily is healthy for the team, especially if they're aware of it, or a particular driver's aware of it.
So I wonder if the Ford power and Palou's focus is going to give him anything down the other end of the straight there. Looks like no. So Wittmann back to Kamish. Yeah, Palou wasn't close enough to get a move done. Down, it would be a daring dive, if anything, because you are heading that in top whack and you have to maintain a consistent level of speed, especially as the exit is also going to be oval as well. Kamish starting to fall back, but as we're past halfway, the tyre question comes into play once again. And are we going to see these two, Schneider and Palou, start to fall back if they try too hard? Kamish third, Thompson fourth, Gasio fifth, Suarez right behind him, so is Fisichella, Aiello, Wirtz and Swinnerton. That train still does not stop. Butcher in 12th behind Wittmann. Then the battle of the midfield and privateers. Weber just being very lonely compared to Schneider, who is very far up the field ahead of his teammate. Ide better position than race one, but could be better. Should be better, but he's a rookie. We can We can take that with a pinch of salt. On board, Wirtz. Aiello in front. Swinnerton is behind, but you can't hardly see the Mazda in the mirror.
Yeah, Pallot's losing out a bit now to Schneider, but Kamish has definitely dropped off the pace. This
As
could
we
well
see,
be very simply down to the tyre.
Yeah, it looks like
having a lot of
Suarez has got
pressure on
enough
it when
there.
going through the last corner.
It looked like Suarez was trying to fight that as well. It felt like he had more grip, but here's his teammate down the inside of the other Renault in Gasho. Position gained, but kept it safe for the double right here. Fisichella, Wirtz, Aiello behind him, and Swinnerton now has a different opponent to try and overtake now that Wirtz has gained one. Hopefully Swinnerton can gain this one as well if the Michelins on that Renault are starting to play up.
When we brought up the apron in the first race, that could well be to unload the tyre, what you call it, from the bank.
You got it. I think that's it. I think that is it.
Because I think that's what's causing some of these cars to have slight overheating in the tyres and dropping off. We saw it in the previous race with Fisichella, and then seemingly found a load of pace again.
As my race director has politely informed me, you associate Renault with Michelin. We have a control tyre. It's Goodyear, so you'd be so used to seeing, Pirelli's on an Alpha, Michelin's, but of course, it needs to be fair and square, considered.
Suarez up to 5th place.
Suarez has got the move done on Gasho. He was threatening to do on the previous lap. Swinnerton up to 9th. Yep, we thought it was going to happen, but then it's Aiello on the overlap.
Not a good manoeuvre.
If at first Swinnerton back to 10th, it's still...
I can't help but think you were going to say, if you don't succeed, then quit racing, become the team manager.
Let's not deal in rumour just yet, as wide goes Swinnerton once again, and even wider off the apron.
Slight commentator's curse.
Don't you dare. I'll not have one bad word put against that man. Then again, we question the BMW drivers, we question some of the Ford drivers. Here goes Swinnerton on the inside of the hairpin. Oh, not too far back. But the train is definitely still there. Fisichella's now got something to say to the...
very late on the brakes again.
The gas, yeah.
I bet they can't wait to get that new Mazda in.
I wonder if those Avons, are playing up. Anyway. Yep, tyre loading again.
Close off quite a fair bit, and Cash is now starting to catch him.
Quite a comfortable drive, quite a comfortable ploy for Schneider to get 10th, but it really would help if both of them were there, Swinnerton wide. You just saw a glimpse, you see the rest of the cars, but then you can see a big charcoal void going wide at the shortcut. As he's down the inside of Gasho, of Aiello. You thought he'd had it. Wittmann's all over him. This is going to be quite a tussle in the midfield. Bit of smoke from Butcher as we saw them. That bridge, I think there's a logistical question to be asked of the Blue Moon Bay designers, that they put a bridge over one of the most potential spectator sections of the circuit. And Oh, there's Aiello with another mistake. So surely, Swinnerton's got that position now.
But that Mazda, yeah, it's a lot left. Just look at this. This is.
Yeah.
They've got to be looking forward to that new Mazda.
Paris power.
Butcher also goes past, and so unfortunately does Whitman.
We cited
can
the
only
weight
describe
of
there
the
as the
Mazda
Swinny-
6. Yeah, the
What
weight.
can I describe there as the Swinny shuffle.
Yeah. Schneider still leads with half a lap and a half of goodness to go. They're into the hairpin right now, but the Fords are starting to play hardball with each other as Kamish starting to shuffle on his own tyres. He started to cause a train of his own. Remember what I said about Kamish's behaviour as a driver? With Thompson now right up the back of that battle, as is Suarez, as could be Fisichella on the final lap, as could Gasho, as could Wirtz. My God, Butcher in 9th, Aiello back up to 10th, of course. As Wittmann now starts to take inroads. It's been a bit of an odd one that they've won race 1, but couldn't capitalise on gaining any positions from the start of race 2. Obviously the hiccups are for the excitement as Palou still tries to ask Kamish some questions. What are you doing? What are you still doing here?
Why
are you in front of me?
Kamish is answering that question quite happily.
Yeah. Through the awkward right. There's Schneider. What a day. Well, what a race 2, shall we say, for Sophia Schneider.
I think what a day is absolutely fine. They started quite far back, if I'm not mistaken.
They've worked at it. It's just a shame the other one didn't get any closer. But the train is still there to be viewed. But there's this leader. There's the leader Schneider. There's the battle for second. It looks like it's done and dusted, but that hasn't even hit the final turn yet. Here we go. But Schneider for the win. Absolutely flat out to the line. She'd be very happy with that. BMW would be very happy with that. But still must do better for the team based in Germany. Ford second and third. Thompson fourth. Close battle nonetheless. I wouldn't say it was as good as race 1. But obviously we'll see what kind of results can come from the next batch of races on the schedule. It's going to be a night of packing up from the United States to travel back to mostly European factories to put the work in as the battle for last fades away across the line and job done. Race 2 in the bag. We shall discuss the points when we hit the next round. Not a bad visit to America there, Christian.
No, certainly not.
And forgive me, we are a little bit jet lagged since the trip all the way from Italy. But we'll see you for round 7. Races 13, sorry, round 6. Still jet lagged. Races 11 and 12.
There's a day in the light off that you're always jet lagged.
Don't start. Good racing, everyone. See you soon.